Yeah, something been bothering me. Well, it always has bothered me since I concealed carry and started shooting, going to the range, and then one of the things that I thought about, I'm like, hold on, if I'm limited to 10 rounds, what the hell is a criminal? A criminal ain't limited to no 10 rounds. I just always felt like these laws were made to chastise law-abiding citizens as if possessing a gun is already illegal. So a criminal gets caught with a gun, he's going to jail for that. So you're making laws that, like I mentioned in previous videos, most like law-abiding citizens, the primary group of people who will probably be the most upstanding are concealed carriers. They usually having your firearm puts a level of responsibility on you that most people don't consider, because not only you don't want to have to take somebody else's life, you know what I'm saying, you pretty much try to find every way possible not to put yourself in that predicament. You practice de-escalation, this and the third, because it's insurmountable things that you have to deal with when it comes to those things, as like lawsuits, your family fighting a trial, this and the third. So why restrict us? Like, make that make sense. So, and this thing just been keep snowballing it to me. Like, I recently was talking with a friend of mine, and he showed me somebody out in New York got booked selling guns and all this other stuff like that. Every gun I seen, extended mags, drums, this, that, and third. And I'm like, yo, bro, if I have got my concealed carry, I'm running around New York, I get into it with somebody, and this dude jump out the car with an AR with a drum on it. What the hell me and my little 10 rounds is doing with that?
What the hell you think you're doing with that little shit?
I mean, like, if I'm being totally honest, yeah, I'm gonna rely on my training. More than likely, dudes ain't training with their pistols. But like I said, we still talking about, even if I had 2 magazines on me, I got 20. This dude got a drum, he got 50 on him. And that's not even talking about if he got extra mags. If he just got the regular standard AR magazines on him, he has 30. I got 10. All I'm saying to y'all is this, yo. There's no reason to have, this is redundancy. There's no reason to have laws where it's already laws for criminals. There's no reason the Second Amendment is for everybody. I just really want to point out the fact that us living in blue states, and I said this before, I was really unaware. My association with guns is like, you had a gun, you was either law enforcement or you was a criminal. Nobody should infringe upon your freedom of speech. But every time you turn around, somebody's infringing on your Second Amendment right, to the point where people out here don't even know they have a right to have a gun. And they think just like I used to think, that if you have a gun, you have to be a criminal. And that has nothing to do with it. You just want to protect yourself and your family. You want to be able to have every tool in your arsenal in case something, God forbid, happen. To make sure that you can see another day and be able to raise your kids and be with your loved ones. And people out here are playing these games, or so they could win a political seat, or they're tearing this country apart just to get ahead in life. Like let's be honest here. They have a saying like, "Oh, the road to hell is paved with good intentions." I think that sometimes some of our politicians, even if we're not thinking in a nefarious way, that some of them may have been truly trying to respond to a circumstance, but they are ignorant of the subject matter, as I was. And I'm telling you is that there's other ways to stop mass shootings, and taking away people's guns or the rights to get them aren't it. Look at what we're going through right now. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. Our job as citizens is to be able to defend against a tyrannical government. Foreign and domestic, bro. We in the midst of a war. If some of you may not even agree with what our current leadership is doing, And maybe you wanted to resist against that. I'm not promoting this or nothing like that, but you would have the right to do so as an American citizen. That's what our founding fathers were foreseeing. But even if that's not the case, right? Say we had, because of the things that's getting kicked off right now, a foreign entity was able to invade America. Can you defend yourself? Can you defend your family? Like, let's be real here. If everything start to crumble down and the system that we have built or the structures that we have built start to crumble and you couldn't get in contact with police, you couldn't get nobody else to protect you. Who is going to protect you and your family? That's all I'm trying to say is, like, we really need to get informed. I really want more people in blue states to truly understand what gun rights is about. And it's the same thing. I said this before in another video. Listen, if you don't like something, you don't have to indulge in it. But I think that all of us should get familiar with firearms. All of us should be mandated to go take a training and go to a class and hear shooting and you should. If you are informed about firearms, I guarantee you we could come up with better solutions than uninformed politicians who are just vying for power. This again, go get your concealed carry if you can. You know what I'm saying? Try to find a way. I don't care if you're a convicted felon. If you ain't got a non-violent offense, you should be out here trying to find out how you can get your rights back. From my understanding, if it's been like more than 10 years, a lot of places you can hire a lawyer, you could petition your local governor and all that stuff like that and try to get your rights back. But, you know, I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but this is just something that's just on my mind. I just truly believe. I'm going to try to be better with these videos, try to be more consistent. You know, like I say all this time, I have a family, wife, kids, and it's work, full-time job. It's hard to juggle all that stuff and I have this passion of mine, and I would like to, you know, bring more people into the fold. I'll sacrifice some packed gun ranges if all y'all gonna go out there and go get your concealed carry and get more familiar with firearms. Stay tuned. Welcome to Blue State 2A. Peace out.
Winning, 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 winning. You from the trenches, you living, you winning. You wake up and go and get it, you winning. You tryna double your digits, you winning. You put hot sauce on your chicken, you winning. You winning.